So we are going to discuss about the parental care in the fish. So in case of fishes, there is a little parental care is found. A little parental care to their eggs and young ones is found in case of fish, because there is having a large number of production of eggs. So great number of production of eggs is found in case of fish. So there is having little parental care. So there are some examples in which that parental care is particularly found. Some fishes take care of their eggs, and especially the care is taken place mainly by the male parents. So here are some examples of the parental care in the fish. So in that, first, parental care by nest building. In some cases of fish, the parental care takes place by building a nest. So here is some example. In that, one of the example, that is in case of male stickleback, that is this particular type of fish. It is a small freshwater fish of North America. It is found in North American lakes. Small freshwater fish of the North American lakes, and the male, particularly the male, can build a nest. So the male of that particular fish can build a nest by dead aquatic plants, and to build this particular type of nest, they can use, or the male fish can use, the sticky material secreted by his kidney to build up this nest. And again, this male forming a tunnel in it, and call the female to lay their eggs, and then he guard these eggs. Then the male guard these fertilized eggs until they hatch. So this particular example of the nest building found in male stickleback type of fish. Second example of bowfin, which is called as Amia calva. This the male of this bowfin, Amia calva, the male make Amia calva of North American also builds a nest. They can also, bowfin can also build a particular type of nest, which is circular type of nest, and found at the base of aquatic plants. That is a circular nest among aquatic plants, and the male guards the eggs until they hatch. So this is the second example of nest building which is found in case of fish. That is the fish, name of the fish is bowfin. Now again, there are some example like male of African lungfish, Protopterus. This particular type of fish make a tunnel like burrow, and in that particular type of burrow, the eggs can be hatched. So they can dig oval pit at the base of tall grasses, and in that particular area, about 5,000 in that pit or in that hole, there are about 5,000 eggs may be laid in a single hole by the several females, and the male guards them by aerating the water. Then again, there is also having example of male of American lungfish. The American lungfish, the male of that particular fish can make a tunnel like a burrow, and in that the eggs are hatched. Again, having some example like beta, macropodus. These fishes also, the eggs collected in that particular type of beta macropodus like fish, the eggs are collected by the male in their mouth and then thrown to floating nest of air bubbles. So they can collect the eggs and thrown into the floating nest which are made by the air bubbles. So these are some examples of the parental care by nest building. Now Second type of parental care in fish, that is coiling around eggs. So here example of foliage. In foliage, the males guards eggs by rolling around the eggs by making a ball of the eggs, and that particular fish or the male fish can remain as it is until the eggs can be hatched. Third example of parental attachment to body. So here is one example of the male of New Guinea fish or Cortus. New Guinea fish or Cortus. This particular type of fish, the male of that particular type of species, attaches eggs on a hook-like process on head until they hatch. So here is a diagram of New Guinea fish. So here is the bunch of or mass of egg which attach to the head by the hooks. Fourth type, integumentary cups. In coeluroids or asperido like fishes, the fertilized eggs pressed into the soft spongy skin of belly of female and carried, and that female can carry these eggs until they hatch. So here the parental is found, or the eggs can be carried by the female. Number fifth, shelter in mouth. So here is an example where there we can found that the male in the catfish, the male in case of catfish Arius, and female in the sichil or tilapia, this particular species, in that particular species, the fertilized eggs are carried in their mouth until they hatch, and sometimes the small young ones take the shelter in the mouth at the time of danger. So this is another example of the parental care in fish. Number 6 example, brood pouch. So in case of hippocampus, in hippocampus like fish which is called as seahorse, or in seahorse or hippocampus or five fish Signathus, the female transfer the eggs in the brood pouch of the male. The female transfer the eggs into the brood pouch of the belly of the male, and the eggs are kept in this brood pouch until they hatched. Next type of parental care, mermaids purses. Mermaids purses, these are particular type of example in that particular mermaid purses parental care which is found in oviparous sharks. In oviparous sharks, can legs fertilized eggs inside a protective horny egg capsule, or also called as mermaid purses, which anchored to the seaweeds. These purses are anchored to the seaweeds by their tendrils, and in that particular purses or pouches, the eggs are hatched in some oviparous sharks. And the last example of the parental care, that is viviparity. So in case of some fishes which are like dogfish, scalodon, surffish, in that particular fishes, in some fishes which are viviparous, for example dogfish and surffish. So in this particular type of fish species, in these cases, fertilized eggs can developed inside the body. Fertilized eggs can be developed, or development takes place into the body, and developing embryos are nourished by the yolk sac placenta. The developed young ones which is developed into the body can be nourished by the yolk sac placenta, and it is one of the example of the highest degree of parental care which is found in some fish species like scalodon. So these are some type of parental care in fish.